They were feared on the high seas. Yet when female pirates were captured, their ordeal began. Ropes cut into wrists, cold stone gnawed at bones, the soldiers' laughter echoed like the drums of doom. These women were doubly transgressive. They broke both the law and gender norms. Their capture shocked empires and sailors alike. The marshals dance, slowly strangling women at the gallows, their faces turning red as the crowd cheered. Every twitch, every gasp, a public lesson. The cat-o'-nine-tails tore flesh from their backs, leaving deep scars. Pain and humiliation were both spectacle and weapon. And Bonnie and Mary Read survived briefly by pleading the belly. Yet every day brought hunger, cold, and mental torment. Prison ships held women in filth and disease. Many perished slowly, unseen, their suffering erased by history. Executions were theatre. Screams and tears became instruments of obedience, teaching fear to all. Every lash, every chain, every moment was calculated to erase body and spirit. Few survived the mental torment of captivity. Yet, amidst the darkness, defiance persisted. The courage of Anne and Mary sparked whispers of rebellion in ports and taverns. History remembers not just crimes, but cruelty. Every act of violence demonstrates the high price of rebellion and the empire's control through fear. Some women were enslaved, others forced into concubinage. History erased their names. Only whispers of suffering and courage remain. These stories shock with their cruelty but also provoke reflection. Who writes history? Who is remembered? Who is forgotten? The video explores the psychology of double transgression, as rebelling against the law was simultaneously perceived as an unnatural break with deeply rooted social gender norms. It analyzes the theatrical nature of justice, where show trials with often predetermined outcomes were used as a psychological instrument of power against nonconformists. Viewers gain insight into extreme survival strategies, such as the psychological and legal tactic of feigning pregnancy to force a temporary safe haven. The psychology of terror is highlighted, showing how public punishments like flogging were used as a means of collective intimidation and social degradation. The video illustrates the ritualization of violence, such as through cruel execution methods that served as symbolic acts to restore imperial order. The depiction shows how the system used terror as a deterrent, creating a psychological barrier against any form of rebellion through public humiliation. A profound point is the dehumanization and loss of identity when individuals disappeared without a trace into forced labor, stripped of their personal history. It portrays the psychological attrition under horrific prison conditions on prison ships, where isolation and neglect led to a slow descent into oblivion. The video addresses the deliberate historical erasure as a tool of power, using the silence of the archives to eliminate the memory of resistance against the system. Finally, the piece offers a reflection on the connection between corrupt power structures and the law, encouraging viewers to critically question contemporary concepts of justice. Explore the playlist Legendary Stories from History to uncover tales suppressed or erased by time. Witness history as it was never meant to be forgotten. And if these stories should never be forgotten, subscribe. History belongs to the curious, the brave, and the fearless. The next story is waiting for you. Step closer and discover the forgotten, the daring, the legendary.